Mid-September garden tour. It's windy as usual. The zinnias are still going strong. Got just about all the onions out. Got a few left. Carrots almost all out. Bell peppers are almost all done. Still have a lot of jalapenos. Third round of radishes just peeking out. Some beans that I'm just going to mulch in. Pulled out most of the zucchini. There's a couple left, but they're still putting on fruit, but pretty small. And the bugs keep getting to them before I get a chance. Lots of the little peppers. The loofahs have made it from the far side of that trellis all the way to the far side of this trellis. And it's middle of September and we're still putting on fruit. I don't know if those will have time to get big enough to be usable, but it's kind of fun to see it. I know I have at least 20 usable. This is my favorite. It's huge. I don't know if we can get a sprayer in my hand here. Set that down. Anyway, this guy, I can't even fit my hand around it. It's so big. It's bigger than my arm. And more loofah in here. Here's my fall planting of patty pan. I have one, as long as the bugs don't get it. Coming up. The loofah are still putting flowers and spreading down on the ground. Meeting up with some gourds. Here's some squash. Most of the popcorn has been harvested. There's a few left that aren't dry yet. Then I'll pull out the stalks and make a shock decoration. The weeds are still weedy, but this squash plant is all over the place. Doesn't seem to care. What else? Sunflowers are starting to dry out. I've picked a couple. One broke in the storm last night, so I brought that one in to dry. It's that big guy. There's more of the squash making its way out of the garden there. Kids' garden is pretty much done. There's a few romas left. The bugs kind of get the tomatoes before I get a chance. Looking forward to pulling this out and cleaning it up a little. I think the peppers are pretty much done over here too. There might be a few. Oh wait, there's one that I did not see. Hiding under there, really dirty from the rain. And the sad pumpkin patch. Marigolds really took off. But I pulled out pretty much all the vines. There's a few left that were still alive. Some have little pumpkins on them, but we're not going to get anything big enough to carve. So that is sad. Here's one. It's actually really nice. Nice one. But that's about it. There's this guy. Not going to get big enough to do anything. I think there's a green one over here somewhere still. This one. But that's about it. I don't think there's any pumpkins left on that side. The Gourd Tunnel, this one, I definitely didn't start it till late, and then with heat and bugs, they're just not climbing as well as they should have been. The one birdhouse gourd in the middle here, it's climbing, but it doesn't have any big gourd gourds on it yet. The only decent gourd I have is one daisy gourd right there. Ooh, it's windy. I'll walk around here. Hopefully this fall, but I don't know. This should be a greenhouse someday. That's the plan, at least. I'm gonna pull out these rhubarb, put them by the greenhouse, and then have this whole thing be strawberries. Though I'm glad they are starting to spread more than, we only had a few. They didn't make it over the winter, so I had to buy a few extra. My poor butterfly house has seen better days. I don't think the butterflies use it, but I've got a plethora of volunteer hollyhocks in the path. These guys are full of seeds. Fun and easy to save. Brussels sprouts. Doing okay. I haven't picked any. I should. Some of these near the bottom are giant and kind of getting eaten up. But I think some of these will be all right. And the tomatoes are pretty much done for. I have some green ones, but the bugs will probably get to them before I have a chance to, or before they turn red. So that is probably the end of that. I already pulled all the potatoes. So this is empty down here. It's misleading. You think, oh, look at this one, it's nice. And then you grab it and it squishes in your hand and gross. So I should probably just pull all those out. And then work on all the weeds, but I still have squash growing, so I don't want to yank those out yet. That is the fall, well, almost fall, just about fall, mid-September garden tour.